Hi guys, so here we go again. Another senior member of the Labour Party suggesting that the country embraces Brexit. We've heard from Andy Burnham, the Mayor of Greater Manchester, who said we need to embrace Brexit. Now you're going to hear from Ed Miliband, the former Labour leader, saying the same thing. Why is he saying this? Well, let's hear what he had to say, and then I'm going to come back with a comment.
I think the reason I've written the book is because I feel like we used to think big as a country. I actually think Brexit is a big idea. I didn't support it, but I think it is a big idea.
Have you embraced it?
Yes, we've got to embrace it because, that argument's over. And we've got to build a post-Brexit future. But
is it a big idea?
Okay, we have to embrace it because it's over. You don't embrace Brexit if you disagreed with Brexit, because the use of language here is very important. If you embrace something, you fought against something and then you embrace it, means you've given up, means that you're telling the public, you're telling the people who you're encouraging to embrace it also, that we lost, it was right, we have to come to that side. Now, if Brexit was wrong, in the sense that it was a mistake, then why would you embrace it? Wouldn't you challenge it? Or you can be pragmatic and say, look, we lost. Boris Johnson won an 80-seat majority on getting Brexit done. We have to work within the confines of Brexit. We have to make the best of a bad situation. We can point out the problems of Brexit and still criticize it and say that it was a mistake and we need to fix the problems of Brexit. And some of the ways of fixing those problems would be closer alignment with our biggest market. That should be the way of embracing Brexit, accepting that it has happened and explaining to the public the consequences of it. Because unfortunately, those on the right, the Brexiteers, will not point out the problems of Brexit. They will blame the EU, they will blame the Republic of Ireland, they'll blame the Northern Ireland Protocol. They will blame all of these things for the consequences of Brexit and never Brexit itself. So somebody has to point out the problems of Brexit.
Or was it a big opportunity?
Well, I didn't see it as an opportunity. I now see it as a necessity.
Right.
It's happened and we've got to build the future. There's no point in sort of bleating on about it. We had the referendum, we had a general election that was a decisive result.
Okay, that's true. There was a referendum. Boris Johnson won an 80-seat majority and we have to move on. But that doesn't mean that you embrace the problem. You say we work within its confines, but you don't embrace it. As I said before, embracing something gives the impression that you were wrong and it was right. You have come over to its side. You have come over to the side of the Brexiteers. But that's being dishonest. That's like saying, yes, we lost, but the other side won because they were right. No, the other side won because they lied to the public. You're basically saying they lied and we just have to accept that. See, the problem with this argument also is that if you embrace the lie, then you let Boris Johnson, Nigel Farage and others off the hook to lie once again. Do you think that by you accepting Brexit, that means that Boris Johnson will become honest all of a sudden? No, of course not. Do you think that Nigel Farage will stop being a snake oil salesman because he won with Brexit? Of course not. He'll be more empowered. These people will not stop lying. They have realized that, yes, our lies worked. It convinced the public to vote for something against their own interests. Now we're going to use it again. You have to fight. You have to explain. These people lied. These are the consequences. We have to live within the confines of this disaster. We can't fix it overnight. But you have to point out the problems and point out the solutions. Point the finger at Boris Johnson when there's a problem and say, he created this problem. But is he providing a solution? No, he's not. In the same way as in Northern Ireland with the Northern Ireland Protocol, the Brexiteers, the DUP will say the protocol is the problem, but they won't actually point to a solution. You provide the solution. When it comes to the fishing communities. Go and meet with them. Say, you mightn't like to hear the solution, but this is the solution. We have to rejoin the single market and the customs union. We have to eventually rejoin the European Union. This will fix your problems. Nigel Farage is not here to listen to your problems. He doesn't care about you. Boris Johnson doesn't care about you. They used you. They lied to you. They sold you Brexit. Brexit has been a disaster to you, for you. But you don't encourage these people to embrace it. They have to live with it. Some of their businesses have closed down because of Brexit. So this idea of embracing Brexit is the same as embracing the pandemic. No, you don't embrace the pandemic. You deal with the pandemic. You realize that the pandemic is here and you mitigate against it. You live within the confines of the pandemic, but you don't ignore it and you definitely don't embrace it. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?